Okay, so you've got VMware Workstation installed. The good news is you can start using it immediately. Um, if you didn't enter a license key during installation, you can enter that. Now you'll probably have a brief window when it will work for you without a license installation, a license code. Um, and after you've done that, you'll get your license key. Now it kind of looks like this. You'll get an evaluation period. Now, once your evaluation period ends, um, this space right here where you see this angry orange exclamation mark, that'll act once you have a valid license key installed, which is actually kind of a registry entry, really. So if you get a new key, you can either go into the registry and put it there, or punch it in using the GUI. This will actually tell you how many days left you have on that license. You can either get a license key, say you installed it without buying a license, you're using it for that evaluation period. You decide, yeah, I want to pay for this. You can click the Get License Key button, and you can buy it. Or you can enter the license key by clicking that button. Or you can probably do the same thing over here in the Help menu. There will be a licensing information there. You can create a new machine, or open a VM, or even you can use Workstation to connect to a remote server. Say, for example, to tie in to a vCenter server. Or you can tie into VMware vCloud, which is something we'll discuss in the last couple of chapters. This whole thing, the GUI, is what we call the administrative console. If you've been working, let me move myself a little bit. This whole thing is the administrative console. Um, what makes the VMware Player different from Workstation Pro is the options are a lot simpler. If you've got a bunch of this thing over here, this is your library. You'll have tabs for all the VMs you've got ready to go. Each of these VMs that you've got in a tab, that's what we call console mode. Down here on the bottom would be your thumbnails bar. If you turn it on, you can get to all that through the view menu. Then the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start adding some VMs to the console. Either by creating them. Now you can do everything you need to do. You can do in the admin console. Create virtual machines, configure their settings, manage operations. There's the library pane, the summary console pane. If you want to turn on your thumbnail pane, which is very, very interesting, which is very, very useful if you're juggling VMs. Um, um, you can actually put your VMs in folders in the library pane. Now, the thing to note here is just because something doesn't show up in the library pane doesn't mean it's visible. And if you're trying to delete a VM, you don't just delete it from the library. That just removes the bookmark. You actually have to delete the VM in the machine menu. Initially, that Home tab will give you some basic shortcuts. Create your VM, open one, connect to a host, connect to vCloud. And in the next video, or the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about creating virtual machines. Um, I've actually got some demo videos already up, and I'll probably end up making more. Made from a previous class, but still relevant. So I'll be right back with creating virtual machines part 1. That's actually going to be 2 videos.